One thing I can say about this family, as much as I say I want to love them and treat them like with respect, after so many times we've lost Leroy, we lost Jill, we lost Grandma, we lost so many family members, Uncle, we lost Dale, we lost Tina. Like, I can go down the list of how many funerals I've been to in the last 15 years. We lost Auntie Darlene, we lost Frida, we lost, hey, Poo Poo Baby. I don't know if he's still living at this point. We lost.
Who the hell is Poo Poo Baby?
Poo Poo is Sandra's dad.
Oh.
But at the same time, it's like, how many more losses is it gonna take for this family to come together and stop acting stupid? Like, it should have been more connecting when Grandma passed and Uncle passed. But it's a funny thing that this family, and I'm saying my side of this family, my dad's side personally, is the most dumbest people I ever met in half of my life. Mm-hmm. Excluding Tammy, excluding Teresa, excluding Yari, excluding Sharice, Briasia, not including them. Andrea, J. Ron, Santia, Dejanay, Arthur, not talking about them, but the main ones that think they deserve something out of life just because a family member dies and you think you're owed that, you're lunatic, you're delusional. And it's like, I don't have time for people that thinks that everything was, oh, you were there for this, now you think you deserve something out of it when they're gone. No. I dealt with that my whole life. I've seen my grandfather, both of my grandfathers die right in front of me. I've seen Leroy pass. I've seen his funeral. I've seen my grandfather pass, my dad's father. I went to his funeral. I was there when I wasn't there when Uncle passed, but I sure the heck was there with his funeral because nobody called me. Nobody called me when Uncle passed. Nobody called me when Grandma passed. Well, Reggie did. Cuppa did. Cool. But Teresa called me when my dad passed. But the thing about it is, the main people that lived right next door to her didn't have the nerve to call me. And I've posted this multiple times. It's the fact, then I'm not even being mad about it. It's the fact that I'm going to literally say this straightforward. The family that don't really talk to you the most are the main people that keeps you in check and keep you updates with everything that's going on in this family. Granted, I haven't talked to Cuppa or Reggie since Grandma passed.
Talk to who?
Cuppa, Sandra's daughter.
Oh.
The middle and the baby. She has 5 kids. Mm-hmm. Big Yari's the oldest. But shoot, I haven't talked to Yari since then. When Dad passed, she asked, rest in peace, Uncle. Cool, but that's your cousin. I'm not mad about it. You see him how you want to see him. But it's a funny thing that the family members that live right next door to you are the main ones that you think that are the coolest, but also the worst person you could ever meet in life. Granted, and I'm going to say this wholeheartedly. I don't care who has to say anything to say about it. I'm going to say it straight honest. Grandma even said it, and I already posted the video beforehand, but I'm going to say it again. My grandma would rather die alone than deal with half of this family. And that's straight on facts because we talked about it my whole life. Grandma wanted to move. Grandma had the chance to move. But no, everybody else was asking for handouts. But the funny thing about it is every time when she asked for something, she had to pay back in return. When she gave out, she didn't ask for nothing in return. Shoot, I worked 2 jobs while I was in middle school to make sure that she had the bills paid. Make sure we had a house. Make sure we had a roof over our head. Make sure she had clothes. Even when I got my car, I made sure that she was taken care of. Nobody knew. It took Grandma almost 40 years for her to buy her some new clothes. And the fact that it took me to do it. Nobody else wanted to, other than Tammy. And I love my cousin for that. And I'm not trying to give no spotlight or anything of that. It's just the fact that the main people that's in this family, excluding you, excluding Joyce, but out of her siblings and uncle, because I never met Uncle Willie, so everybody say he like your mama, so, but at the end of the day, it's like this. You can't trust anybody, including your closest siblings, to make sure that you're okay, because at the end of the day, the main ones that's going to make sure that you're okay is the ones that you don't talk to the most. And that's facts. Because, let me think about it. The only other person that knew about her diagnosis, other than me, was Uncle. Grandma got diagnosed with breast cancer in 2011. She passed away in 2023. On and off, she had 3 battles of breast cancer. 3. Nobody knew until the last 5 years. She didn't tell you at all because she didn't want you to worry about it. I made sure She told me, make sure to wait after a few years. Cool, I did. I didn't tell Dad either. The main people that she loved the most was you and Dad outside of me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's funny to think that her daughter, and I know this is going to get some backlash and I really don't care, thinks that her daughter and her sister think that they deserve the most out of everything from her when they don't deserve a damn thing. Because if you were a daughter, you would have came around more. You would never said, oh, I'm busy. But the only time you came around, from my knowledge, was when you needed so-called gas money and when you need your mama to help you out with a bill when you already had the bill paid for. Same thing with your sister. Like, I love your sister to a certain extent, but it's just some things I don't tolerate. The disrespect. The fact that when I used to go to school, no offense, Auntie used to always ask Grandma, oh, can I get gas money? Granted, you had other kids in the house. You had their parents, you asked their parents, but they saying there's too tight of this. Granted, I can understand, struggles happen, but constantly, even when you weren't taking me to school, you were still asking for gas money. The fact that you felt so comfortable in asking for gas money, asking for paper towels, asking, pretty much Grandma was a pantry, she was a grocery store, she was a nurse, she was a doctor, she was a practitioner, a therapist, and everything else. But anytime she asked for something, she had to pay you back. And I'm not saying this for stupid reasons. It's the fact that I am tired of people thinking that it's okay to talk about somebody that helped them through everything. And I mean, Grandma helped everybody in this freaking family. Grandma and Uncle were the glue of this family, more than any of your siblings. Other than you. I'm not talking about Joyce, I'm not talking about Jean, I'm not talking about Ann, I'm not talking about Willie. Y'all three were the glue of this family. And the fact that you're the last one that we trust and love, and I'm the only one that comes to see you, not saying it's a bad thing or anything, but it's ridiculous that all y'all should be the glue of this family. But it's the fact that the rest of them have this so-called mentality thinking that, oh, they should be in charge or want to take charge of something when they can't take charge of their own things. They rather let somebody else dig the ditch while they sit down and relax. And I hate that because Grandma went through so much. Grandma lost a lot. She lost Leroy. She lost the man of her life. She lost my grandfather, my dad's only father. Not just that. She lost Ruby. She lost half of his siblings. Heck, when Uncle passed, nobody knew how much it actually hurted. Because there's one thing that nobody knows until now. Grandma didn't eat for a month. A whole month after Uncle passed. She didn't. And I'm being so serious. I couldn't even get her to eat chicken. Not even that. I couldn't get her to eat noodles. Grandma, and I hate this because as much as I want to love this family, but it's making me realize that I can only love and trust a few. But here's the funny thing. My love is unconditional. My trust, once you break it, is gone. And I'm the same way just like Grandma. We love unconditionally no matter how much it hurts. Like, granted, if I get in trouble, I can call on half of the family. But the problem is, I won't. I can call on this family for anything. But the fact about it is, I won't, because I know there's always a vendetta or agenda or angle that people have. You want to bring it up to my face a few months down the line, a few weeks, whatever? I'm cool with you. You don't have to make yourself be the spotlight just because you help somebody. That should just be the good character that you have in people. But in this family, it shows that we don't have no good characteristics at all. And I hate it. Just like my brother. As much as I want to deal with him, as much as I want to cherish and acknowledge him as a sibling, I can't. At the end of the day, biologically, yes, he is my brother. But I can say this. There's too much hell that this boy has brought to me and to Grandma without him considering all the consequences that he's about to endure, even later on in life. And the fact about it is, you want to bring all that drama in my life and thinking that's going to make me come back closer to you? It's not. I'd rather live alone and die alone with my child, making sure he's fine, making sure he's equipped, making sure that he's ready for the world, making sure that he's ready for life, and die alone than to ever rely on half of this family. And that goes for both sides, not just one. Because my mom's side is even worse. My aunties alone is top tier, the most redundant, idiotic people I ever met. And I mean, with this all due respect, my mom's sisters is literally Patrick Starr. And I'm not being funny. My mom's sisters is literally Patrick Starr. Like, all of them are dumbfounded. They can be smart when they want to or strong when they need to, but it's like my mom's oldest sister in her freaking 50s or going to 60s, whatever. 7 kids, all that. Still don't even know the common basic decency of having common courtesy. Like, you gotta be rude 24/7, even to me, but it's like, I can tolerate it. But one thing you don't do is don't disrespect my grandmother, don't disrespect my dad, my auntie, or my son. Because if you disrespect any of them, I'm not the same person you think I am. You can disrespect me all you want. Words can hurt. Words are just words. Tone is intention. And that's what I think about it is. And honestly, with that, it's like, I don't know how much more I can take before I'm already on the verge of spaz. Like, I'm not even able to keep my composure down at home anymore because of this. Like, everybody relies on me to do everything for them, just like they did with grandma. Like, granted, I can understand. Your nieces and nephews, they're cool. Like, Trina, Monday, they came over to grandma's house when they need help or they needed her to babysit. Cool. They still paid her. Grandma never accepted a dime, but at the end of the day, they still... And I love Trina and Monday for this, especially Monday. Whenever she came, she brought the kids. She still left money in the grandma's freaking water jug that she kept. Like, for years. And I mean, for years. Trina did this for like 5 years out of my life. Shirley and Shanice, Gabe, like all her kids, I love them. And I'm surprised that she's a grandmother already. But it's not really a surprise. It's just the fact that this family wants to have so many kids, but not understanding. It's the morals that we get from the older generation that we need to bring into the newer generation. Nobody's understanding. You keep it on, like, for instance, this family has so much of a grudge against each other that it makes no sense. Like, I can understand keeping a grudge is either going to break you or make you. The more you keep holding on to it, it's either you're going to make a choice to change it or make a choice to keep it. And in my opinion, this family has too much of a too much of a big ego to make it feel like, oh, they can't be vulnerable. Fuck that. I don't care how vulnerable I get, as long as I get what I need, as long as I say what I need to say and get done what needs to get done out of the situation, I don't care how vulnerable I become. I don't. Not by a long shot. And it's funny to even say that because I'm 26 now. Ron is 30, Arthur's 30, all of them we're about to be in our 30s. Well, they're already in their 30s. And then we got the 30s and 40-year-old cousins. We got the 30 and 40-year-old nieces and nephews. But the funny thing about it is, after so many deaths and so many losses, why is it so ignorant for us to come together like it's a normal family? Granted, everybody wants to live their life. Cool. You want to choose who you want to choose with. Just because you're comfortable with somebody doesn't mean they're good for you. Like, I'm comfortable with you because I knew you since I was a baby. I've been coming to you ever since pretty much Dad. Dad used to bring me over here at least once, maybe, other than Deborah Ann's. But it's like, this is a weird thing I hate.
What?
Why? That's the weirdest question I've been asking myself. After all these years, why did nobody consider taking you over to grandma's instead of you having to walk every summer, every holiday, every spring to fall over to grandma's house, but then Joseph will have to take you back all the way over here or you walk back to the house? The only time we didn't see you was winter. That was it. Winter was the only time we didn't see you, and I was cool. Grandma would still save you a plate. Grandma still told Joseph to take you a plate. But nobody in this family really considered on taking you, bringing you to grandma's or bringing you anywhere. It's not that you an introvert. It's just the fact that this family chose not to include you, and I hate that shit. I do. But it's funny. It's more stupid the fact that I'm the only one that comes to see you. Not saying that nobody else want to come to you. Like everybody say, "Oh, I miss her." Y'all know where she stay at. Like, why is this such a problem? You've been in this apartment for years.
Yeah.
Why am I the only one that comes to see you? I think before me, Dad was the only one that came around when he was here, other than Teresa. And half the time, you was already at Grandma's. But it's like, I don't have the mentality like I used to. And everybody think, oh, you need to go back into that obedient child. No, the heck I'm not. I was never obedient in the first place. If it ain't my auntie, if it ain't my uncle, my daddy, or my grandma, I'm not obedient to nobody. Hell, barely even teachers. I was rude as hell, and I didn't give a crap. Because I can tolerate one thing. And that's your sister, you, Uncle, Tammy, Teresa, because I love y'all. Out of all my cousins, the ones that stayed close, Andrea, Sharice, Bree, Arthur, like, I respect y'all to the uttermost, and I'm not just saying that to say it. Y'all have given me more help and love, tough love, in the best way possible. Granted, I live with Uncle, I live with Grandma, I live with Ron. But nobody really understood what it took to live in that house. Everybody see from the outside in, but you're not looking from the inside out like I did. And I'm saying that because Ron think, oh, Grandma wasn't strong enough to endure it. Shit, yes the fuck she was. She just got tired. She just lost her brother. She just lost her freaking... She thought she lost Dad 2 years beforehand. Because here's the funny thing. What nobody knows. I got a call from Longview Hospital 2 years before Dad passed. Dad passed away last year. In 2023, in May of 2023, I got a call from Longview Hospital saying that my dad was in the hospital and he wasn't going to make it. Now, me thinking, being a 23-year-old with my child, few months right before Grandma. Granted, I was still checking in on Grandma. I was still cooking her meals as much as I can. But every time I went, Ron was the main person to eating it and then try to say that she needed something else to eat. No, it's the fact that you can't cook. But also, during that time of me coming back and forth, while I was living with my mama, while I had a place of my own, while I still had my car, on and off, and through my own personal struggles, not once did I give up on my mother. She might legally, biologically, yes, she's my grandmother, but legally, that's my mama. I don't care what nobody say. I even told Peachy, you might get mad at me about how I feel about this because just because you have a child, that doesn't make you a mother. Just because a man can impregnate you doesn't make him a father either. Because it takes people to step up to the plate to make that position known. And that's like with my son. I don't call everybody I meet his auntie and uncle. You have to step up to the plate to show that you're there for me as well as just, not just for him, but for me as well as for him. Because if you just come around when you want to, he's not a rag doll that you can just toss when you feel bored. No, he's a human being. And that goes the same thing for my dad. That goes the same thing for my grandma. And one thing I hate about your niece, and I'm going to say this wholeheartedly, I hate the fact that every time Dad called, or when she was around and Dad called, she didn't want nothing to do with him. Not a damn thing. Pete, I'm sorry, your niece did not want nothing to do with Dad at all. Even when he was around. She wasn't around. Every family gathering, when he was here, you didn't see Peachy at all. But as soon as he dies, you want to be all up in everybody's face. As soon as your mother dies, you want to be up all in everybody's face. You weren't there while they were living. You didn't give her flowers while she was living. It's the fact that her niece, and I'm going to say this because me, I love my cousin. Granted, I do. I love both of my cousins. I love Tammy. I love Teresa. I love Andrea. But here's the funny thing. Me and Tammy are more of a daughter. Me, Tammy, Teresa, and Andrea are more of a daughter to your sister than her own blood. And we're partially her blood. Because I came from her son, and Tammy, Teresa, and Andrea came from her sister. But her full-blooded daughter don't even like her. and I'm gonna literally like say this because it makes no sense. The fact I'm gonna post, like, I already posted one video, and I've already posted multiples on my YouTube, and I'm actually about to post the rest probably tonight. Maybe. But it's like, why do this? It's not even just talking about my side. This is not even talking about this side of the family. I'm talking about both sides. I'm just talking about families in general. Why does it take the fact that people want to wait till other family members die to think that they deserve something, like they're owed something? Y'all not owed jack. We don't owe nobody in this world but ourselves. The pain and trials we went through, we should owe ourselves to get better, to change, and to make ourselves a living testament and a living testimony to what we've been through. Not stay in one place and thinking, oh, because I was there for a while, I deserve this. No. Just because you blood, that doesn't make you qualified or obligated to earn anything from the trust, inheritance, or anything of that sort. And it's like, I've been reading too much and knowing how much of a geek that I am, because when Uncle passed, he got buried, right? When your sister passed, she got cremated. When Dad passed, he got cremated. When Leroy, Jill, Big Eye, all of them got buried. Maul, buried. Jasmine, buried. Tina, maybe cremated or buried. Dale, cremated. It should not take this many people, even more, for this family to come together.
Right.
And it's like, we should not be choosing which family members are better to choose from. We should just be loving each other regardless of how much you hate them. Because the more you hate somebody, the more you want to get to where you need to go. And it's like, I've seen so much of our family members, like, they live in their best lives, but are you really living your best life when you still have a grudge against somebody from years ago? When you haven't forgiven yourself, as well as forgiving that person because of something that happened? Granted, I tell my son every time I talk to him, I forgive your grandmother, knowing that is my mama, for myself as well as for her, because I know at the end of the day she will never come to me and say that she forgives me. I know my mama too much. We might be the same sign, we might be born 2 different months, but the fact about it is, I forgave my mama years ago for the crap that she put me through, for the things I had to deal with. I forgave Dad, I forgave Grandma, even though it was tough love and discipline. If I had to live my life over, I would. But it's like, this family, even especially the older generation, not saying you at all, but I believe like the 40s and 50s and somewhat of the 60-year-old generation of this family, and I mean this family as in both sides, my mom and my dad's side, need to grow the heck up. Because it makes no sense that when you have good people in your life and you want to treat them like the black sheep and treat them like they don't deserve everything, and you want to act like you were all perfect, spick and span, and the fact about it is you want to act so independent, act like you don't need help or things of that nature, and thinking just because your parents treated you better than the rest, you are high and mighty. It's like this. God can put you at the highest position in your life and still bring you back down to the bottom to make you humble.
Yeah.
And that's the same way I feel like this family needs to go. This family needs to get a flip, a redo, a makeover, do a renovation or something, mentally and psychologically. And I'm not saying that just for me. I'm saying that for every family that is going through this shit. Because the families that I see throughout my life for the last 2 years, I know it's more dysfunction than ours, because ours is a different level of dysfunction. We have somewhat semi-stable, we have stable, and then we have nonchalant. But it's like, how much can one heart take, to be honest? How much is it going to take, hypothetically? Let's say you pass, hypothetically. How much of this family you think going to really care?
I really don't know.
Give a number. Just a number. Like 6%, 8% of this family. Like, how many people do you really think going to care if you hypothetically pass away right now? Other than me.
About 6%.
Exactly. That's like 2 people. That's how drastic and stupid this family. That's in general. That's how families are. The main people that they love and say they care about the most don't even care about the main people that were still there when they needed them. And it's sad to say, hypothetically, if you do pass away, knock on wood, because if you do, I'm going to hell, like I said. You, Tammy, Teresa, Andrew, Sharice, Bree, Cuppa, Big Yari, Sharage, a few others I'm not about to mention right now. Mm-hmm. But mainly you, Teresa, Tammy, Andrea, Sharice, and Bree. J-Ron. Mm-hmm. I swear, if you pass away first, I'm going to hell. Like, that's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm already unstable with everything else. Mm-hmm. With grandmas, with dads. I'm not mentally here anymore. I haven't been. Right now, this is my younger self and my older self talking. My present self is gone. Like, my 26-year-old mentality is gone. My 12 and my 50-year-old self is talking right now. And it's like, it's so surprising because, like, I can vouch. I bet out of every one of my cousins, if I can call them right now and they say if they have a free day, and if I text them one day, can you go visit Auntie Reed? I bet half of them won't even respond except one. Except one. And I already know that she would in a heartbeat. Because she already, like, me and her has already talked about her coming over. And she's like, I'm like, she's pretty much free the whole time. You only call, like, that's the reason I tell you, when do you have doctor appointment and stuff like that. Because it's not just me that wants to see you. But it's been like, this family is so distraught that they thinking being around the older generations is boring because all they want to do is drink, smoke, be on their phones. Yes, take care of their kids, but just enjoy life. We are in our 20s, for God's sake. This stuff will still be here by the time we 50.
Yeah, it will.
So it should be no problem that we should still be trying to get wisdom, gain prosperity, gain guidance from y'all more than trying to live our lives. Because without guidance, without proper education on life, we ain't got nothing.
Right.
And that's all I have to say about it, because I gained more wisdom from you, grandma, dad, and uncle more than I had from any professor or teacher I've met in my life. Mm-hmm. And it's just not really funny, but it somewhat is. Because the fact that y'all know more from the teacher's perspective, not just as a parent, because you're still a parent. Because I look up to you not just as my auntie, but as a mother figure, because when grandma wasn't around, I came to you. When I could, if you was home. Because I swear, if you're not downstairs on that computer or playing dominoes, I didn't know where the heck you was. I didn't. Because grandma used to get so mad. Like, what the hell is this heifer doing? I'm like, probably downstairs playing dominoes or on the computer. One or the other. We used to argue, like, we used to just debate. We used to bet on you so many times. And I mean, we used to bet, like, literally bet on you to see what you were doing. And uncle used to do it too. So it's like, looking at you now, compared to 15 years ago when I was a kid, because think about it, I'm 26. Mm-hmm. I knew you since I was born. We all knew you since we all were babies. You raised us. I know damn well you didn't change no diapers.
No, sure did.
I know damn well you did. That's one thing, I swear to God. Okay, here's the fun thing. And I'm saying this wholeheartedly. Because when you came to see Manny, after your cataract surgery, when you came to see Manny, what was the first thing that you said?
I don't know.
I'm not holding that little baby. He got, like, I swear, but it wasn't even about that. It was the joy that I've seen Manny brought to both of y'all. Just like when I was born, I looked at the video more than once of me, grandma watching me, like me coming home to grandma for the first time. I've seen the video before dad took it back to Texas. I've seen the video of grandma watching me grow up. I got the pictures of us as kids. Christmas, birthdays. The only ones I don't have is the ones that was left in the house before it got torn down. Mm-hmm. But even the films, like I got some of the films that I have, like some with Leroy, some with Jill, some with Joshua and Katie. But the main ones I love the most, that I cherish the most. Mm-hmm. Even though it's weird, as much as I hate Ron, sometimes. is the ones when we were kids, just sitting next to each other and playing with our games. Like, he would play with his Hummer, I'll play with my Barbie. And then some of them I remember when, actually, it was, Grandma took a picture of me, Ron, and Tony, and then me, Ron, and Dad for, I think it was maybe an Easter Sunday or something. We would dress in our Sunday best. But it's like, not even that. When Grandma had pictures of you, Darlene, and Uncle in the backyard for our family gatherings, or just because she wanted to cook for the summer. Or the times of, oh, I hate this. I hate it. The times when Grandma just call you and tell you to be at the house at a certain time of the day. It was the middle of summer, and I mean hot summer. I remember the very first time you ran from Ann's house back to Grandma's house in the rain, like it was thundering, like you literally just pressed your head. You didn't have nothing on your head. When I tell you, I remember that day so vividly that you got mad at me for laughing. And I'm like, because you just pressed your hair right before you came, and you was over there for hours. I mean, Auntie, I'm gonna say this with the uttermost respect because I love you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the only person that ever sat in Grandma's house the longest out of my whole life. Out of my whole life. I'm not even being funny. I'm not sugarcoating. Out of everybody that I know in this family, you and Auntie Darlene are the only two that will stay in the house, wouldn't care. Y'all didn't have to do anything. You can just be listening to Grandma. And y'all, like, I remember one time, Grandma was talking to you, and somehow, actually half the time, your butt would be falling asleep. I'm being so serious. I come in from outside from playing football or playing basketball with the boys, and I'm looking like, she asleep already? She haven't even got her second plate yet. And I swear, this is not just holidays. This was literally regular days with you. Like Uncle would literally, you would come in yelling, and he's like, you know how Uncle is. He would come downstairs. Who doing that right yelling? And you be saying, me, fool. Who, me? And it's like, that is the love I want this family to have still, because you're the only one left. And it sucks. It don't suck for me because I still come and see you. Mm-hmm. And every time I look at you, it's like, you look like Grandma, you sound like Grandma, you dress like Grandma. Except you don't wear dresses, you wear pants. I swear, it took me the longest time to get Grandma to wear pants. I swear to God. I got her to wear pants for 5 minutes. And I wish I had my old phone, but I don't have it anymore. Mm-hmm. But from 3 years old all the way up until now. 13 years later. 23 years later. Sorry. Because I'm 26. So yeah. 23 years later. And you still give that authentic, nurtured, loving, sarcastic, annoying, pain of a Joker body mentality that I enjoy coming around. Like, you're the only person I talk to. Mm-hmm. Other than Teresa, other than Tammy on occasion. Granted, I love talking to my cousins. They give me somewhat of a memory. Like, they give me that memory feeling. But when I'm talking to you, it's like I'm still in that moment. Like, even now, even being in, like, I've been in your apartment more times now than I ever did when I was a kid. Other than, I remember one day after I got out of school, Dad brought me to your apartment. And when I tell you, we were standing outside in the hot heat waiting for you to get back.
What was that?
Shopping.
Oh.
Because you wasn't downstairs, that's for sure. You surely was not downstairs. We called your phone. We had Grandma call it. You didn't answer for nothing. As soon as we get to the house, you call Grandma. It's like, what the heck you calling me for? Dad hangs up, picks up the phone. Good, we were trying to see you, heifer. Like, you bring out the best in all of us. Not just that, but I don't think nobody understands how much of a person you are and how much you deserve your flowers even now. Even though I'm the only one that comes around, I give you what you can. I give you what I can. Even shoot, just like when I came over Christmas and I played Monopoly with you. I just feel like not just because the grandma is gone, even though it's about to be 3 years in less than 8 months, but you deserve your flowers more than any of your siblings right now. I mean, more than Joyce, more than Jeannie, more than the rest of them. Like, and I'm gonna post this. Like I said, I don't care how anybody feels. I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash. I'm gonna say F to all y'all that has a feeling about it because I don't care. But I'm being so straight honest. You, Ethel Marie Miller, deserve your flowers more than any of your siblings other than Uncle and Grandma and Beatrice, since I never met your oldest, and Roy. So,
Well, I never met her myself.
I know that. Shoot, the only person you did meet was Uncle, Roy, and Grandma, and everybody else after you. Well, shoot, everybody's older than you except Joyce and Willie. Dang, you are the third to last child.
And Jean, 81.
And yo, wait, how?
What you mean, how?
Grandma's 83 this year. How's she 81?
Because I talked to her, she told me she was 81 years old.
So, dang, they right behind each other. Shit. Wait, that means Uncle will be 79 this year. Well, he is 79. Shoot. I'm old. Because it's like, with me being raised by y'all, my older mentality and my younger mentality collides a little bit too much. The fact that my present mentality of who I am only comes around when I'm with my kid. Even then, that boy is so much of an old soul. If I gave him a choice between a Game Boy and an Xbox, that boy would choose a Game Boy. I'm being so serious. He would, even that, it's not even that. I remember the first time I gave this boy a newspaper, and you know me, I'm old. And I told him to find look for a certain ad in the newspaper. This boy just didn't find the ad. He finished all 3 Sudoku puzzles. He answered the questions to the comic answers. And he read all the comics and did a whole skit right after.
Yeah.
Like, what child that can do all that? And the fact that he enjoys reading newspapers, he enjoys playing the Game Boy, he enjoys playing PSP. Things that we grew up with. Not just that. Half of the games, like Last Chance, the original Monopoly, this boy even knows how to do slide to a certain extent. Like, all of our hand motions, like, he's so much of an old soul, it drives me nuts. In a good and bad way, because like it annoys me to a certain point. I'm like, why? But then it's like, I'd rather you have an old soul and morals and respect for yourself than to end up like half of these boys in these generations now. Because if I swear he's about to be 10 next year, and I'm not ready for it. I'm not. Like, he's 10 next year. Bam is, I think, like half of our cousins, like a couple of them are like 18, 20s. I'm 26 and they're 4 to 6 years younger than me. And it's like, I see y'all grew, I changed y'all diapers and it makes me feel old to look at y'all. But even though I'm just like 6 years to 4 years older, it makes me realize how much of we tend to forget the main ones that paved the way. And I'm saying that because you, Grandma, Uncle, Auntie Darlene are the main 4 that kept this family from crashing. I'm being so serious. From family gatherings to just coming around the house to just coming unexpectedly. I'll be like, it is 10 o'clock in the morning. What the heck are you going over here for? I'm being so serious. You used to literally come over the house just for nothing and stay for hours. And it's like, I love it because not really many of these family members used to do that. Not just because she's your sister, but the fact I feel like Grandma was your home. Grandma was your safe space. Other than you arguing with Uncle. I swear, it's like, If Uncle wasn't making a grill, if he wasn't fixing a car, if he wasn't fixing a bike or fixing something in the house, every time he was over, y'all spent hours debating, arguing, and loving each other. Like, I miss that in life. I miss having that to not even just come home to see in this family even now. Like, we can't even do that now. It's ridiculous. We can't have I mean, every time we did have a family gathering, yes, people get drunk, they will have their conflicts. But at the end of the day, we still love on each other after it. Mm-hmm. These days, anytime somebody have a family gathering, it's always ended up in guns and somebody dying. Even with us. And it's like, nobody has died lately, but it's like, I feel like we should not be this distant or stagnant from each other after so many losses, after so many trials and tribulations, to the fact that we don't care about each other's life. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I'm not just saying it for my side of the family. I'm not saying it for either side. I'm talking about in general. Because I feel like families, regardless of the conflict, regardless of the dispute, we got to forgive each other as well as forgive ourselves. Because at the end of the day, the more you hold that grudge, the more you will lose what you already got. Mm-hmm. It's like money. The quicker you get it, the more quicker it's gone. But when it comes down to family and love and trust, y'all got to hold on to that regardless of how much you might hate that person for what they did. It's the action that you hate, not the person itself. And that's the one thing I've been trying to tell people for years. I've been saying this since I was 10. Don't hate the person for what they do. Hate the action of what they cause. Because you hating that person, it's not based on their characteristics. It's just based on the choice they had to make, because you're not understanding. Everybody don't see what everybody goes through behind closed doors. Right. Just like, I don't know what you do on a regular day basis, but actually I do, because I know you. You don't do jack. Y'all chill out. You're in your own lane. You in your own world. You can go days without talking, but it's like seeing you to the person that you are. Mm-hmm. From seeing you ride and fall off my bike, from you with Dad on that motorcycle. I can't get that out of my head. I can't. That event, ever since he told me, I cannot get that out of my head. I'm sorry, I can't. There's no way that I can.
Yeah, I think Brandon was drunk that time.
Dad is always drunk. What are you talking about?
Because I put my hands over his eyes because I was scared.
Because Dad was always drinking. Dad had a bad... I love my dad. But y'all gave me the best childhood I could ever ask for. Even with my bullshit mama. Especially my bullshit mama. Mm-hmm. I don't care. The things that I've dealt with, and I wish that any family can agree or disagree with me. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I wish families, regardless of the actions that we do to each other, regardless of the words that we say, because at the end of the day, words are just words. Tone has more intention and more feeling to it than the words that you say. You can say anything out of your mouth, but it's the tone and the force that you have behind it that makes it hurt. Mm-hmm. Everybody say there's power in the tongue. Yes, it's power in the tongue, all right, but it's also power in the how much you actually agree to what you're about to say. Because it's a assembly line. Words becomes thoughts. Thoughts become words. Words become actions. Actions becomes reality. Mm. And as a kid, I didn't understand that. Like, I used to see that throughout my whole school life, even in high school. But it didn't click until I became 17. Actually, yeah, pretty much a month before I had Manny. Pretty much on my birthday. Mm-hmm. Because it was something that Dad said that made me realize, and I don't even remember what he said at the time. Actually, yeah, it was right when Deborah Ann passed. When I tell you that man the last time I talked to Dad before, from 2017 to 2019, I didn't hear from Dad at all for 2 years. Because after Deborah Ann passed, that went MIA, like no communication whatsoever. He would call Grandma, but he would not talk to me. And I feel like Dad said something that made me realize of how much words can hurt, but more how much of the actions, it becomes a reality for that. And that's why I became so much of a poet when I was younger, because seeing you, seeing Uncle, seeing Grandma, seeing Darlene, seeing Tina, seeing Sandra, all y'all together without any hassles. Like, you were the clown, Uncle was the jester, even though both y'all were the clowns of the family. Dale was next in line of that. And then it was Dale, Teresa, and Dad, the three clowns right after y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that, it would have been me, Yari, and Tamisha, because we are the type that make people laugh at that time when we were kids. Yes, we're girls. I was more of a tomboy. They're into girly girls. I didn't put that against anybody.
Mm-hmm.
But the way I see things is, I enjoy pain and laughter. They always say it's better laugh to keep from crying. Sometimes it's better to cry than laugh. Sometimes the crying ain't always the bad part about it. It's probably the better, it's the silver lining of things that you have to go through. But it's like, there's no way that we can live life without crying.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way we can live life without laughing. Live life, live, laugh, love. And I see that in so many lives and so many people's their motivational life, but I don't see nobody putting the action towards it. Mm-hmm. Like, Grandma even had it up for a while, next to Dale's graduation picture that she had on the wall. Actually, here's the funny thing. You know that wall next to the kitchen before you go into the kitchen of Grandma's house?
Mm-hmm.
She had Dale's picture, she had your mama's clock, and then she had that affirmation, live, laugh, love. And under it, she wrote, if you can't do one of them, just pray. And I'm literally, like, Grandma had that on her wall for years, until 2013.
Mm-hmm.
Right before, I don't know how the heck that clock broke, but it broke somehow. But after she took her waterfall down and Dale's picture, and she took a day to clean off that wall,
mm-hmm.
I felt like that's when Grandma actually started to feel like she was not even going to endure it anymore. Because, like I said, Grandma dealt with a lot during the process of her breast cancer battle. And over the years, even before she passed, I always looked over her medical records, hers and Dad's. Because I made sure that she had her medicine when I was there. I made sure that her bills was paid when I could. Even when I was still living with her, I made sure of it. Even when I wasn't, I still made sure. I helped her pay off the taxes off the house at times when I could. Me, the fact about it is, I worked 4 jobs while I was in high school. And still had practice. Still had to raise a kid. Still had to take care of Grandma. Still made sure Uncle took his meds. Like, so much on me that it just became normal. And everybody thought, yeah, I'm cool, I'm this, I'm that. I keep a facade for a lot of reasons. Because I don't need nobody asking me if I need help. Because I'm the type that I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I need to. It's not a pride or an ego thing. It's just the fact that I've seen y'all two do it on your own so much. Even though y'all made it look easy. Even though life ain't easy. It ain't. Life is never easy. No matter what era or year you're born in. Life is never easy for what you're going for.
Right.
You, Grandma, and Auntie Darlene made it look so easy. Even when y'all didn't want to. Like, prime example. When you called Grandma and said you have to get your cataract surgery, guess what's the first thing she did? Yes.
Came out there to the hospital?
No.
What?
What's the main thing she did? What's the main thing that Grandma did spiritually?
Oh, pray.
Exactly. When I tell you, she walked all around the outside of the house, the inside of the house, even the damn basement, for a whole week for you. Even more if I wasn't there. Every time I saw her, she was always doing it. Even at nighttime, she would put Noxzema on her face. She'll get in here to a nightgown, and she would do the same thing over and over. Even when Chaos was here, she'll pray over the dog. She'll pray over Grandma. But mainly when she got the call that you was getting cataract surgery, I was 15, 16. You had 2 surgeries, right? That's all I thought. Okay, 2 surgeries. I was 15 for the first one. I was 17 when you got your last one. You came to Manny's. You came up to Rainbows to see Manny a few weeks after your surgery. Cool. I was on the phone with Dad at that time. But throughout that whole process, she didn't pray for nobody else but you. And the fact about it is, while she was praying, she didn't think nobody was up. She forgot, I am her granddaughter. Before she started praying and after she finished, her final words, her beginning words is, Lord, make sure my sister don't die before me. And she will always end it with that. Because at first I thought she was talking about all y'all. Like all her sisters. No. When I say grandma loved you to the uttermost more than any of them, and I mean this, if I could literally go back in time and grab all her notebooks, you will cry to the point of how much she actually wrote about you. Like, she loved all y'all equally, but you are different. You and Uncle are her safe space. Just like you are hers, y'all are her. I mean, just like she's yours, y'all are hers. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time, she whooped my butt for it, but I didn't care. Not once. She whooped my butt because I sneaked into her secret cabinet and read 2 of her notebooks. Mm-hmm. It was the middle of the night. Ron wasn't there. Uncle was asleep. She was asleep. I went into my room with the flashlight. Dumb idea. Dumb idea. And started reading. And then I didn't notice that she was in the room yet. Because, you know, my room is the first room when you walk into the house. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, I gladly took that whooping with no crying. Because I was already crying in the first place. But, Auntie, that woman loved you more than life itself. More than me, more than her own kids. More than her own siblings, more than herself. And the fact that she told me never to tell you about her breast cancer battle, you know how long that hurts to keep that away from you? You know how much it hurted every time I wanted to come, like every time you came around? Because like grandma got diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010 and 2011. From then all the way up until 2023, with dealing with other things, when she got COVID, when she got H1N1, even after we got our shots in 2011. Mm-hmm. Cause that's what H1 or 2011, 2013, whenever H1N1 came out. Battling cancer from 2010 all the way to 2022, 23 before she passed. Mm-hmm. There is nothing more than her talking about you. Even what Joyce used to talk about Junior and all that when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. She's like, all right, I'm about to get off phone. I'm about to call Reed. I'm being so serious. Grandma called you for everything because you were her safe space. Even though you're the third to last child, and I mean this wholeheartedly. And Grandma, if I'm lying, you can strike me down now. Because ain't nobody else can have that much love. I don't even have that much love from her. I don't even have that much space. Mm-hmm. She's told me completely more than once that if anything ever happens to you or Uncle, and I think that's what made it kind of worse because Uncle passed away before both of y'all. She literally used to write, if anything happens to you, make sure she's not alive to see. Mm-hmm. And at first I didn't understand what she was talking about, but I somewhat do. Because Grandma is a Scorpio. Mm-hmm. She crazy as hell. I mean, Grandma is the craziest, loving, egotistic, enthusiastic woman I ever met in my life. And to thank God that she's my grandmother, biologically and legally my mother. And spiritually my mother. Mentally, psychologically, emotionally, like she's my mother. Mm-hmm. I don't have that much respect with her. You have the uttermost respect to the point that when she used to argue with us, or me and Ron used to argue, she would literally, if I could literally find her, like, when Grandma had her own home phone, mm-hmm. Your name showed up more than anybody's. Like, calling you was the main thing that she did. Even when you weren't home. Even when she left voicemails on top of voicemails. Even when she wanted to write you letters because she felt like you weren't getting her phone calls. Mm-hmm. I mean, seriously, Grandma was literally about to write you. Even when she wanted to get the strength to walk over there. And sometimes we did. We did come over here. Me and her. Sometimes her by herself. And then I remember one day, I was getting off from school. And I see her walking. I'm like, you tripping, right? When I tell you, even though she was dehydrated and everything, that's when MLK Plaza was still open.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, sister, you weren't home. I don't know where you was. She went in. She didn't see you downstairs. She called your phone, all that. This one particular day, as I was getting out of practice, I was right up here at freaking Adams, or if that's Adams or Hay, I don't really care. No, Adams. Grandma was sitting at the corner, and I mean sitting at the corner, trying to catch her breath. I'm like, you good? She's like, no, I'm just tired. When I tell you, it took everything in me not to cry. Because it's like the sacrifices this woman has made for the main person that she loved most. More than me, more than dad, more than her kids, more than God himself. Anytime you needed something, Grandma was there. Mm-hmm. Anytime you needed extra, why do you think every time we had a family gathering, Grandma always made more. She didn't make it because she needed to. It's the fact that she wanted to. And she always made sure. She would get on, like, she would say, girl, don't be taking 2 plates. But I wish you could see how happy she was when you took 2 or 3 plates. Because she knew how it felt. Even now, like, when I cook, on occasion, when I do, oh, heck yeah, I'm bringing you a butter plate. Because I'll be damned if she come back alive just to smack me on my ass because you didn't eat. No, I'm cool. But this is the reason why I come. Not because of Grandma's gone, not because, even when I was in high school, I still came over here. When I was in middle school, I still came over here. It's not the fact that I don't like to, it's the fact that I love it. And I wish a lot of families in general would do that with their older generations of family members. Mm-hmm. Not because, they're getting old, they're going to die, and now everything goes to me. No, spend time with the ones that's still here while you got the chance, because sooner or later you're going to be going down memory lane and want to talk to them, and you can't say exactly what you want to say. And I'm one of them. Because I regret a lot of shit I should have said to Grandma and Dad, for one. I said everything I had to say to Uncle. Mm-hmm. Somewhat. Funny thing about it is, Uncle's funeral, and I hate people for this because I didn't want to go. I didn't not want to go.
You didn't go, did you?
I did. I had no choice. Your sister's very persuasive. Very persuasive. Grandma can literally get you to do anything. And I mean, my grandma can literally persuade me to do any damn thing. Mm-hmm. Your sister is very persuasive. But I didn't want to go. Manny just turned 1 a few months beforehand. And I was distraught because this is funny. And I asked Ron. I asked my irritating brother, why ain't nobody called me? It's like we couldn't get a hold of you. I looked literally when I got home, because when Uncle got sick, he's just like Leroy. He is just like Leroy. Mm-hmm. The only thing that he did was watch Jurassic Park. Like, that's the only thing we did. It's like I'm looking at Leroy all over again. And it was August 5th. And I remember it like yesterday. I remember it just like yesterday. August 5th, 2018, when I came home at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking I'm about to go in my room and chill with Uncle, watch another part of Jurassic Park, the Lost World. Nope. I come in the room, it looks like he's still laying there. But no, he's not. Mm-hmm. So, me being me, I'm thinking they put his bed in the living room with Grandma. Nope. So I asked Ron, where Uncle at? He gone. Like, he's in a hospital sick or what? Like, he's gone. And I'm like, why y'all ain't call me? He didn't answer. So, me, after a year after I had my son, the first thing I did was grab my bike. And when I tell you I rode until I couldn't feel no more pain, I rode from grandma's house all the way down to pretty much Nottingham. And then from Nottingham all the way down to Edgewater, back and forth for 2 hours. After that, got back to the house. I sat on the roof until the sun came out. Still, tears rolling down my face and everything. Not understanding how much of that can hurt until it's gone. Like, granted, Auntie Darlene passed away in 2012. The fact that her husband passed away 6 years later, I didn't know how to feel. Because I already knew Uncle was still hurting from her passing because he never got to say goodbye. But throughout that process of going to the funeral, and one thing I do hate is about it is I wasn't gonna hate it. It's the fact that if I would have dropped Manny, I would have gave that whole time we was burying Uncle, I took my shoes off. I took my heels off. I walked bare feet on that grass and that dirt and that soil. But I thought I took off both, but I didn't. I only took off one. As we are literally standing there while Uncle is being laid in the ground. And I still know where he is by heart. I know where he's laid. I know exactly where his position is to this day by heart. I don't need a map or nothing. Like, I know where your mom is. I know where Big Eye is. I know where Leroy is. I'm cool. But with Uncle, I think I went to go see him more than I went to go see the rest. And I've been seeing Leroy since I was 10. And Leroy passed away when I was 5. Big Eye passed away when I was 1. And I wasn't born when your mom passed. But still. I started going to see Leroy at the Riverside when I was 10, 5 years after he passed. Leroy has been gone 21 years in my life. Uncle has been gone 8 years as of next month. Dale has been gone 7, and Tina's been gone 5. And it's kind of funny to think about it. But when I tell you, I still had to go to work that day.
Yeah.
I literally almost dropped my son into my uncle's casket. But here's the funny thing. If I would have dropped him, I would have not really tossed. I would have gave him to somebody close. And I probably would have been in that casket with him. Even though Grandma would have hated me. Love you. But it's like, nobody understands the true pain of what impact somebody can bring in on your life. And I'm saying that because, like I said, you, Sharice, Tammy, Teresa, Andrew, Bree, J-Ron, Tupper, Yari, Sharaj, Sandra. All the women that I know that still can make a better life and made it seem like life was easy. Even when you had your own personal troubles, y'all still made it like we still could overcome things. And it's like, I don't even talk to Yari or none of them for that matter. I don't talk to none of them except you, Tammy, and Teresa. And probably Andrea on occasion when I can. But it's like, women, y'all have brought so much of an impact other than Grandma and Darlene that Uncle is the only best impact I have other than Dad and Leroy. And even though Jill is my grandfather, I didn't see him that much. But Uncle and Leroy are the only 2 male figures I had growing up. The ones that taught me that life come with hard fastballs. You gotta learn how to dodge them or pick them. Pick them or dodge them. Pick the ones you want to deal with and toss the rest aside. With y'all, you, Grandma, Auntie Darlene, Sharice, Briasia, Andrea, Sandra, Yari, Tammy, Teresa, Sheree, especially. Like, just y'all five, just you, Tammy, Teresa, Sheree, Andrea, just y'all five alone. Of y'all era, like you're the oldest generation outside after grandma. So it's grandma, then that's you, then it's Tammy, Teresa, Andrea, then it's Sharice, Bree, Yari, Cuppa, and Sheree. Oh, Sandra, Cuppa, Yari, Cuppa, and Sheree. After you is Tammy, Teresa, and Andrea. And it's like, with y'all four, you taught me how to laugh through pain. You taught me how to keep smiling even when you didn't have a reason to. Tammy has taught me to and not really care about what people say and just to live my life. Life comes with hard pushes and hard waves. We just got to learn how to surf through them. Teresa, that woman. I feel like Teresa has given me the endurance to deal with trauma in a way I thought I never could. Andrea showed me there's always a silver lining in life. Now, they're kids. Sheree, Bree, and Sharice. Oh, Sandra, sorry. Sandra told me how to just keep working hard and never to give a fuck about what people say. Because I swear, that is like the hardest, she's like the only person I know, the fourth hardest working woman I know outside of y'all. Outside of my personal family, Sandra is like the only one I know that has to get to the grind. Like, she's the go-getter. And let's not forget, as I'm going to the kids, I'm about to say another person which you barely won't even remember. You got Sheree, you got Sharice, you got Yari, you got Bree, and you got Sequenza. These 5 women, sorry, Sheree, Sharice, Bree, Yari, Sequenza. Yeah, 5. Out of the kids of y'all, even though you don't have yours, you technically are their mother because you are over them. So you're the top tier outside of grandma. So it's you and grandma, it's Teresa, Tammy, Andrea, and Sandra. Then it's the kids. Now, Sharice and Bree. God knows I love them to death. With them, they gave me another way to approach life, and that's through music. Granted, at that time, I couldn't seem worth a dime. But now, like, my voice can go through so many changes. Like, I can be tenor, I can be alto, I can be soprano if I need to. Like, my voice is, like, it's like puberty has hit me so late now, and I somewhat hate it. But I feel like they gave me a way to express myself without feeling like I had to be in front of that person to express it. But with that, also, they gave me a way to shine through it, to keep pushing, to endure the pain. They always said, trouble don't last always, joy's always come in the morning. Yes, that's a song and it's a scripture. But they take it to heart and they actually show it through their everyday lives. Granted, they're both teachers. I believe Bree's an English teacher and Sharice is a music teacher. They both work at the same school. They've both been singers their whole lives. They both do amazing work, and I love them for it. Now, Sheree, I swear, that woman got on my butt more than her own mama when it came down to my education. That's one thing that she didn't play. She didn't tolerate disrespect. She didn't tolerate you failing in class. Sheree was pretty much my school mama. Every time I got in trouble, she was there first before anybody. But with Sheree, I saw a lot of her growing up, but one thing I can say, even though she was our choir director, she's also my cousin, she's also my school mother, but she's also the first person I knew when it came down, the first person that introduced me to, what was it? Music therapy, technically. Sheree was the first person that introduced me to, other than Sharice and Bree, to express my ways through music. Sheree taught me how to believe in myself. Other than Tammy, other than Grandma, but truly believe in myself to the point that if anybody comes in my life, it won't break the bond that I have for myself. Now, Sandra or Yari, she gave me the simplicity of being loyal to myself and making sure that I can still do what I need to do, but still be taking the roles of being a sister, being a daughter, being a niece, being an auntie, and all that. Because honestly, without them, I don't know where the hell I would be when I was a kid.
What is it? What?
You're coming now.
Who?
You're coming now.
For what?
I mean,
Same old. I swear, y'all should have been married when I was a kid. Why, you don't want to go through the hassle again?
No.
Why? Y'all been together for years.
So?
You just like Teresa and Bobby. Lord have mercy. And they've been together 35 or 37. And they ain't married.
Yeah, I know.
But he still got her last name.
Who?
Bobby.
Got who last name?
Teresa's. Because her last name ain't Miller.
No, it's Faggot.
I know, my boy. So how I ain't married and he got her last name?
Maybe he just chose to have her last name.
But in the state of Ohio, I believe after 10 years, you're common law marriage. So how long y'all been together?
Oh, I don't know.
all the time.
What? Okay, give me the year of y'all when y'all met, and then I'll do the math.
91, I think was.
92.
Ron is 30. Hell, what the? 36 years?
Yeah.
Y'all married, the hell? Yes, y'all are. I am not doing this with you. Common law marriage is 10 years. That's common law. You don't have to legally be married, but common law marriage is 10 years. Y'all been married for 3 decades. 3.5. '92 till now? Are you kidding me?
It's 2026 now.
Yeah. Wait. Because 2002, I was just 2. How the heck y'all were all together and common law married by then?
Don't ask me.
When did you get a divorce?
I don't think I ever got a divorce. Oh, yes, I did get a divorce.
Is he
I don't
still
know
living?
what year, though.
Is he still living?
No, he ain't.
Sound like James. But I'm down. Yeah, almost 92 is 10, 12, 20, 22. Yeah, 36 years. Yeah, y'all common law married. I don't care. But still. And you haven't chose to go back to your maiden name yet?
My who name?
Your maiden last name.
No.
Why?
I just kept my married name.
No wonder why every time everybody called you Adams, I never knew who the heck they were talking about. I know you as Ethel Marie Miller, not Adams. And that's going to stay exactly what it is. The fact that I called you Ethel for the longest and never called you Auntie. I never called you Auntie up until I became a teenager, honestly. That's the funny thing. I called you Ethel for the longest. Because every time your name showed up, I'm like, Adams, who the heck? Oh, I'm like, that's Reed. I'd be like, so wait, how did Reed become? Oh, Marie.
Yeah, Marie.
But it's M-A-R-I-E. But we call it R-E-A. How? No, what? Never mind.
It's M-A-R-I-E.
Yes, but we spell your name R-E-A as in Reed. Not the actual nickname for that.
My job is to help you save money on wireless.
I've never spelled it that way. I've always spelled your name M-A-R-E-A. That's exactly
What you spell
Tony and Ron. That's only, first of all, Joe in the backyard smoking and drinking with Uncle and Dad while he burning the ribs on the 4th of July for some reason. Auntie and you and Tony in the kitchen arguing on who go get the last slice of banana pudding. Like, what are y'all doing? This is how much fun it became so much of the house. Like, thinking about this, it's funny because, like I said, I'm 26. Y'all been doing this for 22 years of my life. 22 years. From birth to 22. Even though I just tore down the house this year. Y'all stopped coming around. Ow.
You heard?
No, I just burped too much. That hurt. Y'all did this for 22 years of my life. And you get up just like grandma. Alright, actually come into the video. I want you to see this at this point. Because, see what? See what? Come on. It's just the camera. Let's see, move over. Scoot.
Oh, you.
Yes, come over